I just don't get it. What's the minimum for this website? Okay, so pretty much just telling me there weren't even 100 matches at Targon's Peak registered. Or if it was like below 120 games. There were below 120 games of Targon's Peak, and they're like, yes, we better nerf this. Play rate, 0.1% when you have 118 games. So literally, Targon's Peak had less than a 0.1% play rate. And they were like, yeah, we gotta nerf this. I can't. I absolutely can't. Maybe it's preemptive, something coming down soon. I can't remember the last time they did a preemptive nerf. I don't know, maybe. I mean, if, all right, let's be real. Like, if we're talking about preemptive, like, wouldn't they have nerfed timelines? I mean, they said that they knew it was really strong beforehand, but I don't think they would preemptively do it, but maybe. I think it's pretty unlikely, though. They just talked about it being a variance thing. Imagine stalling all the way to turn 6 just to lose your tempo and then get open attacked the next turn. Before you play your discounted cards. Sounds about right. So I'm looking. There's actually a good number of decks that are being played right now. Gangplank Sejuani, Sermon gets hurt or gets hit, but I think it's still going to be very playable in this, so I assume that this will continue to be played. Oh, Lisa Nami, Twisted Fate, woo! How much did this good deck, or did this good deck get hit? Oh yeah, oh, brilliant. 0. They didn't nerf this monstrosity. 55.76% win rate at 7.5% play rate. They didn't nerf this, but yes, let's nerf Targon's Peak. I can't. I cannot use words for this. Like, huh? This one technically gets a small nerf from this, but it's a 49.94% win rate. Like, I've played against Heimerdinger and Nora. I beat it with some of my really crappy meme decks before. I don't have an issue with this deck, and it seems like most people don't either. People are enjoying playing it, is what I'm saying, because its win rate not that great, but its play rate is pretty high. So people are just enjoying playing this deck, and it is getting a slight nerf or buff with Magical Journey. Maybe. I don't think it's being played in that deck right now. Like, let's see, Cephalopod doesn't play it, for instance. I'm sure most people probably don't. I don't know if that makes the it playable in that afterwards, but we'll have to see. They nerfed it to make your brain explode. Actually, yeah, I just feel a bit targeted with this patch. They buffed Fiora and nerfed Peak. Just why? All right, so this got a hit and this got hit. 54.94% win rate. Yeah, I know this is a bit controversial, but I'm down. I'm down. Like this, yeah, sure. You know, Viego got hit here. I felt like his nerf was very fair. The hate spike will be nerfed as well. I think this deck is still going to be playable and pretty good. Poppy Tarek. No hits for Demacia. We're just gonna make Fiora's gonna like Fiora has to become something. Fiora has to become someone. This deck, I really dislike playing against this deck. It was cool to play before it was cool, but now that it's cool to play it, yeah, not so great now. And I feel like I just lose on. They buffed Fiora and we still have Golden Ages the way that it is. They nerfed Targon's Peak before Golden Ages. There's no way, right? Like, that's a meme. There's no way that's correct. There's no way. Nora Vagar, this looks completely fine to me. Like this, I think this deck is in a really great spot and it didn't really get changed. Haze Bike, small nerf to it. Elise Gwyn, you know, people talked about Red Gwyn. The Heroine got nerfed on this. Hate Spike gets nerfed on this. This deck is getting hit decently. It's really the 54.25% win rate. I don't know the matchup tables that well on it, but I feel like this is like weren't Harrowing getting nerfed to hurt two other side decks, but especially when Hate Spike is already getting hit. Kindred Nasus. I would assume this played Hate Spike, maybe not. After that, you know, they mentioned that this didn't have like a great win rate, but it is very oppressive at times to play against. Like, it's very like, you can't, if you're playing against the weapon masters, you can't necessarily control what's going on. And I mean, I played a game where turn 1 they played timelines, turn 2 they played a weapon master, like I think it was like the hook master, and it turned into a sparkle fly. So they just had a 2-3 that attuned, and I was just out. Like, boom, next game. Those aren't fun games to play, so I understand why. I don't think the timelines nerf was necessarily what they should have, like where they needed to be, like just giving it 1 mana. But I'm not for sure on that. I think that's not the easiest thing to nerf and still be playable, so it feels very band-aidy, as I mentioned before. Demacia Supremacy, gross. Disgusting. Ah, back alley bar, yeah. I'm a fan. You can tell that I'm a fan of it because if you look at its win rate, 48.29. What a great place to be. Aksha and Lee. Gosh, I still hate Lee Sin. I will forever hate Lee Sin. Like, I'll hate him in League of Legends and I'll hate him in Runeterra. He just dodges every nerf possible. Golden Aegis still. Scout still being a thing for so many freaking years. I hate it. Lurk, 47.55% win rate. Alright, well, they got Riptide. Oh, what was it called? Oh, whatever the 1-mana landmark is. Son of Vagar's. Poor Darkness. Yeah, after that, not too much. They didn't nerf like the most oppressive decks. Like, look at this. 57% win rate. Now, this isn't necessarily oppressive. I should say highest win rate decks. I've heard that these decks have been oppressive, but I don't have, like, that's not my own opinion on it, but I've heard people say that. I hate Ionia just because it exists. So I hate this deck just because. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how good it is. It still has 57% win rate. Like, there's gotta be something there. It's weird that they don't nerf this, but look at this. The Anivia deck, 44.1% win rate. This thing got nerfed, baby. Get nerfed, Anivia. What? Oh, man. All right. Well, I don't have too many more thoughts on it after that. What do you all think? Look at my Anivia deck win rate. I don't think I can from this. They did ever nerf Lee. I just remember his rework. He was really bad, and then they broke him like beyond broken. They made him, was it 3 mana? He was like a 3/4 or something. And then they when they reworked him, and then they just nerfed, or they reworked him again. Like, it was a rework nerf type thing. He hasn't been nerfed since that, it was like over a year ago, I think. Remember they're going to buff Anivia eggs to 2 health, and LR content creators prevented it because they thought it would make her broken. No, that's not why. I was in there and I actually agreed with the people that said this. Making her eggs to 2 health doesn't make her broken. We said that there were better ways to make her more playable that didn't require you to answer an egg, essentially. For example, in the past, she wasn't allowed to block. I mean, there's multiple things. It was, gosh, I don't even think I can say it, but it was a creator who had played Anivia a ton. Probably more than just about any other player who had played a ton of Anivia. And that person specifically gave them multiple ideas of how they could buff Anivia. And it wasn't about the egg. And it was someone, it was someone who I think that their ideas were really good. I think their suggestions were really good. And I think that making Anivia's egg to 2 health is just a very boring thing that doesn't really do that much for her. And I don't think it even makes her good enough either. And then it makes her less fun to play against. So I just think that there were better ways to buff her, and they got multiple suggestions from this creator, but they haven't done anything with it. I think they should. I think a lot of players really love playing Anivia and they like that playstyle a lot, and there aren't many ways to do that in Runeterra. I mean, she's still getting played. Like, this Anivia deck is still getting played despite being complete garbage. Like, look at this. There's 385 players. Like, you're looking at the, you know, the matches. There's a lot of people who just come to Runeterra, play like 2 games at Anivia, and then log out for the rest until the next patch. Like, this is what these, the player compared to the match rate is telling me. Is that people are like, all right, I'm just gonna jam a couple Anivia games and I'm out of here. I mean, Legend says some of them are still in game right now. Anivia will never die. So, yeah, I guess that's my thoughts. Not, Fizz! Wait, people are playing this Fizz deck! 39% win rate. I love, oh, the all Fizz spells. Oh, they're not even playing, oh gosh, this is wonderful. Oh, this person's playing the Starlit Seer version. Oh, the one of Treasure Trash. I love that. This is great. You know what? All these players are the best. This is gaming at its best. 114 players playing this 39% win rate deck. Like, this is the game. This is the Legends of Runeterra. I know. Holy, oh, there's even something lower than it. 30% Aphelios Diana. This deck got nerfed. Okay, I know this wasn't the targeted deck, but this deck still, like, it's 30.85%. Is this, all right, I'm sorry, is this a Mogwai deck? Because how else are there this many players playing this? I gotta look. Because, like, how else would there be that many players playing this? There's no way. Some content creators showed off this deck, like, right? Diana's Corrupted Sword posted 2 days ago. Does that have Aphelios in it? Oh my gosh. It does. I found it. Oh my gosh. I can't. Oh. Man, this deck has, or this has 63,718 views. And then 128 brave souls were like, yes, I'm gonna go play this. I wonder how long this took Mogwai to record. Oh, that's so funny. Oh, it's a genius deck. Too big brain for us. True. Like, this is actually a Mogwai deck. Like, if, you know, if I was playing this and someone was like, yeah, this is a Mogwai deck, I'd be like, yep. Yes, it is. Zillion, please don't say that's another Mogwai deck. I just kind of like want to look at Mogwai's channel now and be like, how many of these are Mogwai decks? Like, actual, just how many are Mogwai decks? It'd be pretty funny. Jack's Orin 34.26%. Oh gosh, these 30%ers are getting me. Oh, I played Anivia recently. Okay. You did play Jackson Orn 9 days ago. I think you played the Draven Rumble deck too. I think a good number of these that have like the 80-ish players, 70-ish players, 100-ish players. I think a good number of them are actually just Mogwai decks. Like, no cap. Oh, this is so funny. This is making my day. Gnarlux Nora. Huh. Everything is a Mogwai deck. If you disagree, you are a hater. His facts. Mogwais are really nice. I don't know if you're. I don't. My brain does not compute the meme exactly. Leona Yasuo. Gameplay stage 1, Twisted Fate. Gamers. This one has Dreadway in it. That makes it way cooler than the other versions automatically. Time to play I have played Diana Leona deck just for that reason. Zigzillion? The classic now. 40.71%. Alright. You know what? I had some fun exploring there. That's like a whole nother video. Hey, I want to give a special shout out to my patrons. Thank you so much for the extra support of the channel. I really, really appreciate it.